What's up? What's up? What's up? Dun, 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 dun. Casa motion. Casa motion. Casa motion. Come on. Sorry. Welcome to Casa Motion with Tori. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you guys doing? This is day number 9 of Carnivore Plus. Can I get a plus up in here? Okay, you guys, I'm super ecstatic. I just finished my one and only meal today, and it's 1 a.m. on the 9th, so we're really creeping into the 10th. But I literally ate at like 11:45, and it took me till like 1:15 to really finish my food, taking a 20-minute break in the midst of eating the meal because your girl eats slowly and your girl don't overstuff. And I was busy all day, completely with no appetite. I had a bulletproof coffee this morning, and I had a Bang energy drink that I just still sipping on. I'm sitting here just on one, I guess, with all this energy. But also, I did have a partial I bought this sports drink yesterday, zero carb sports drink, and I mixed that with my soda water, y'all, and I've been sipping on that off and on today. I finished that about 20 minutes ago, and I sip on my drinks and I dilute them with soda water all the time. I like to make sure I stretch and like don't oversaturate my system with these artificial sugars as best I can. But I'm super, super content today. I did not have any eggs today as a carnivore. I didn't have any cottage cheese or blackberries, which is in that plus zone when I say carnivore plus, which is what I'm doing. You know what? I'm over here acting like everybody's just tuning in from day one and know what the heck I'm talking about. Let me start over. Okay, so we are going to have a video. Let's give you a little summary of the video. We're just discussing what day 9 looks like. I'm on a journey that consists of at least 90 days on carnivore, and we're on day 9, and every 5 days for at least this first 30-day journey, I'm doing weigh-in videos. So tomorrow's day 10. I'll be doing a weigh-in video. I already did a weigh-in video for day 5. My weigh-in video for day 5 was very awesome. I did lose, I think it's 15.2 pounds. I think that's what it was. Guys can check my day 5 video to see whatever that video says. It's going to be factual over there. I'm doing recollection right now, so things can always, get a little blurry when you're just recalling. But yeah, I definitely know I lost plus 15 pounds or more. I think it was 15 exactly. But yeah, I'm excited though, because, you know, on those first 5 days of my journey, I definitely did not have any blackberries or sugar-free drinks. The only sugar-free option I had was my stevia that I put in my bulletproof coffee, and so that was it. Right now, I'm giving myself access to sugar-free beverages. I like sports drinks and my energy drinks. I've had Celsius and Bang energy drinks so far on this journey. How you doing, Mishra? Hajitsi Mishra. So yeah, please like and subscribe. So this is about carnivore. I'm on day 9, and I'm just explaining like the journey. So I just finished eating. I ate very late. I ate only one meal today, and I wasn't hungry all day. So I just had fluids all day long, fluids, and I've been working a lot in my house, taking care of my home, and so I ended up eating I just finished eating like 10 minutes ago. So now I'm going live to talk about my meal and how I feel and how things are going. And I learned how to prepare my food a little better today or yesterday. And now today I prepared a very delicious meal again. So I had ground beef for dinner, which is organic. And I baked it in the oven from frozen. And so what I do is I cook it for like the first 30 minutes on 450 and let it get like soft. Not, it's still cold and I can see blood, but it's no longer frozen. I let it defrost really. And then I take it out of the oven and I cut it into 8 pieces, and then I put a nice abundant amount, sufficient amount of sea salt and pepper on each side of the meat, and I turn the meat over after that first 30 minutes, and then I cook it for another, I would say, 45 minutes. And that particular point, it's really beginning to cook because all that other time was mainly defrosting. And so I made my ground beef, and that was fantastic. Another thing I've added to my plate that I haven't had this whole time until yesterday, day 8, and now on day 9, I also have added mustard. Now, I am someone that loves a burger that has mustard. So, I added some mustard on the side of my plate again to see, because I was, first of all, I'm adding mustard because it's a condiment that goes well with burgers. But for me, I was just very much so getting sick and tired of ground beef. But I know I have to eat beef and meat and any other option of this carnivore journey thing. So I'm adding mustard, and I'm telling you, the beef is so much more tolerable, and I actually love it with mustard. And then I have, my pickles. I have sliced spears. I had 3 spears, 3.5 spears tonight. And I am on a carnivore plus, so I'm allowing myself these things. Like, I'm not an overly restrictive carnivore person, but I do allow myself to have, like I said, pickles. At this point, I'm having mustard, and typically since day 6, I believe it was day 6 forward. It might have been day 5 forward, but whatever. I've been allowing myself blackberries, just 10 blackberries, which is equivalent to 7 carbohydrates, which is half a cup. And so I have 10 blackberries with, depending if I have eggs or not. If I don't have any eggs, then I'll have a whole cup of cottage cheese with 10 blackberries with stevia powdered sugar and incorporated for sweetness. Or I will have the um, the eggs, which is 4 eggs. And if I still want to have cottage cheese, I'll just do half a cup of cottage cheese and still do my 10 blackberries. But I learned that a fourth cup of cottage cheese is equivalent to 1 egg. So if I obviously have 1 whole cup, which is going to be equivalent to 4 eggs, which is the usual quantity that I go for. And so those are 2 proteins, and they're so are very good to just exchange for one for the other. It My eggs are not being consumed for their fat content, but they're consumed for their protein viability. And so I've had so many eggs so far. I'm just super good on overindulging in them. I might have me some eggs around a Tuesday or something, and probably at that point I'll boil them because all I've been doing is having over easy eggs, and I had a scrambled egg once, and I might have had a little basically over easy is what I've been doing, and I'm just cool on having that at this moment. But I'm enjoying the carnivore again just by adding mustard. It brought plenty of joy to my heart. So, because I've had just one meal today, the one meal that I had, like I said, I made my ground beef from frozen. That was 1 pound of ground beef. And then I added, I would say, excuse me, I would say about almost 2 ounces of cheese. I would say I had 2 ounces of cheese, or 1.5 ounces around there. And then I also had, let's just say, 4 spears. One was a really small spear, but anyway, I had about 3.5 spears of pickle. And then I had probably um, a tablespoon or so of mustard, maybe 2 tablespoons of smeared mustard on the side. And then I just, that's it. Honestly, it was just pickles, mustard, cheese, and beef. And I enjoyed myself. And so I'm feeling great. I've been doing a lot of activity in my home, trying to get things in order. When I drank this, let me talk about this energy drink. Okay. So I am a super, super, super supporter. You'll see an old video on my channel talking about the Bang brand energy drinks. I love that brand for energy drinks. They are They have never failed me. So I just want to encourage you. If you need you a picker upper, and I'm not being paid for this, but Monster Incorporated, if you want to hire me for your bang drinks, I will be a happy promoter. Okay, advertiser, affiliate marketer. Come holler at Victoria. She loves your drinks. I love them. Give me a bang. I can make a cheer for Bang energy drinks. I will promote them. I wish they would call me. Let me get on. Let me get on. But those drinks give me energy. Those drinks energize me. Like it had me going in my home. I had to care of a lot of stuff, a lot of house upkeep things I had to do, and just in detail work. And I had all this. I have energy now. I told you I was sipping on it a moment ago. Oh my goodness, but I'm still gonna go to sleep. I'm able to sleep through the caffeine. But oh, I'm sorry, y'all. It's the end of my night, and I'm just like, I'm laying down. So, like I said, I can sleep through some caffeine, but I can feel it, and it was working for. I used it to clean up everything and organize really detail wise. So it did its purpose, and I've never had an issue sleeping through caffeine, so I will be going to sleep very soon. I have to do one or two more things before I go to bed, and then I'm heading out. I just want to be accountable and talk to you guys like you are the homie, because you guys are. You guys are my YouTube fam bam. And so I want to talk to you guys like you guys are close, and you guys just, get to know me, get to know my personality, and most of all, I would like for you guys to just follow my health journey, my well-being journey. Let me just finish this thing. And I know that, I entered this journey under the umbrella of carnivore because whenever I would do low carb, that would include almond flour, that would include low carb bread, that would include just a lot of processed options that I'm trying to stay away from at this particular point in time, you know. So, I think when I start working out, I will have avocado. When I start working out, I will have um, other berries if I want to. I'm not sure, maybe some peaches. I think, like have some fruit basically, and like arugula. I'm gonna broaden what I eat, but it's not gonna step into any bread or sugar. That's not happening. And that's not happening right now. I'm gonna have to probably a good 30 days of blackberries only. Like I didn't have any blackberries today, or cottage cheese. I just had the beef, and I just had the cheese, and I had the pickles and mustard. That's it. And I'm full, and I really am not missing the blackberries today, particularly. Oh, I had a protein. Did I have a protein drink? No, I did not. No, I did not. I just had waters and sports drink, sugar free. Anyway, I already told you guys. I don't need to repeat myself again. You can definitely watch the replay, but the journey is going really good, and I just, had my one meal, and if I'm hungry on another day, so I will have two meals. If I want to eat earlier, for some reason I'm just super hungry, I will eat, and if I'm not hungry earlier, I will not eat. I was trying to narrow down myself in a window of food, but it's not really about discipline. It's about, is the body hungry? I think they call it intuitive eating. But for me, like, if I'm not hungry, I'm not hungry. Or if I'm starving, I better eat. As long as I stick within the proper guidelines of what I'm supposed to eat, I'm good. I don't overeat. That's impossible on this journey. I can't overeat on this journey whatsoever. So, because I can't, because my desire for this food doesn't line up. Like if this was sugar, cookies, and cake, then you better take those sugars and cookies and cake away from me. But this is beef, chicken, and freaking eggs. I can't overeat none of that. It's not my style. But today I just happened to only want to eat one time, and it was very fulfilling, and I learned how to cook my beef better. So kudos to me. And I I didn't even have any blackberries today because I really wasn't in the mood for any blackberries or cottage cheese or eggs. Just beef, cheese, pickles, and mustard. That's all I ate today. And I enjoyed myself. And I just finished eating my food about 20 minutes ago. And so I'm like, let me go live and talk to y'all because I know you guys that have been following me anyway are probably curious to see if I'm going to show up and or just how am I doing, and whatever your thoughts are, you're here to figure out the next step. And all is well, fam bam, all is well. I am extremely trying to remain faithful here. Hi Tanner Griffin, how are you tonight? I'm trying to remain faithful in this journey because I know that, you know, it's not the quick person, but the dedicated person that gets to the goal. I don't need to do this fast. I just need to keep doing it. Okay? Just keep going. Just keep going, right? You got to keep going and you will get there. It may not be overnight. It may not be like these TV shows make it seem like, but you will get to the goal. And so, I've had really quick results before with time based goals, and I've seen it for myself, and I know I can work like that, but I really much rather prefer to just stick to the facts, stick to the basics, and look ahead, and I kind of feel like I need to make a bigger commitment to myself than just 90 days, because I mean, if you were on my channel before, I did 90 days just raw foods. Okay, raw ish foods, because there was a couple modifications, but nothing was hot that I ate. I had hummus basically at towards the middle part and end. But yeah, I need to get a little more, I think, create a little deeper commitment with this carnivore thing and carnivore plus thing, because I mean 90 days is not that much time. Okay, I already did 90 days raw. It's like, okay. Previously to that, I did 6 months and lost 100 pounds. Okay. Prior to that, in my personal life, not on YouTube, all that I'm discussing is on YouTube, my channel. But prior to those three different things, I also had lost 75 pounds in 3 months, and that's not even on YouTube because that was some years ago. And prior to that, I went from like a size 20 down to a size 11. Okay. That was marvelous. And, I know how to lose weight, you know what I mean? But the problem is maintaining it. The problem is, like deciding, hey, I am not going to be an overweight freaking person anymore. Freaking tired of it. That's the thing. And I am tired of it. And it's overwhelming to keep doing this freaking process. It's like, dang, can I just lose this weight? Damn it. Lord forgive me. Like I don't like cursing. So like, can I just lose this weight? And that's how I feel. 100%. And I'm just like, I have to get more committed than just 90 days. I have to like do like 12 months. And I say that because I need to commit to this so I can get to the other side. You know, I started this journey on, 9 days ago. So I guess today being the 23rd, so that's like the 13th. So I guess I could say I started on the 14th, I guess, approximately. And so of March. So we're talking, let's do this all the way to St. Patrick's Day of 2027. Let's stick to this. I have a birthday coming up in October. I will be another year older, okay? And I always share my age, but I think I'm just a little bit shy about it right now. But I will share it on my birthday. But yeah, I am truly needing to just, I'm going to go ahead and update this. I'm going to do a year on this no sugar, no bread Carnivore Plus. And just keep in mind, Carnivore Plus, like even now, includes blackberries. And I have cottage cheese. I have organic cheese options. Like I have white cheddar cheese that's organic. And that's it for now. And that's all I'm doing right now. But once I start getting more active and fit and swimming and running around, on, the gym and whatever I choose to do for my fitness. Once I start committing to the gym activities, then I am going to include some fruit, and I'm going to include some arugula, and like probably get like a little blender and make some avocado salad dressing, you know what I mean, with lemon juice, a guacamole dressing, blah blah. And like I can't wait to indulge in certain produce and you know, have that as a part of my diet. I'm completely okay with fruit, and I'm completely okay with certain vegetables while I stick to this consecration, this journey. Um, and I may decide, like when I weigh in tomorrow, I might evaluate, what is my scale looking like. I know I need to move my body. That's 100%. Like I know I need to move my body, and I know I need to drink more water, and I know I just need to do this, and I just might do some fasting days too. Oh, this morning, let me tell you guys, this morning, I woke up, I boiled some water, and I added a little cold water to my cup and boiling water, and then I added lemon juice, and I started my day with like hot warm lemon juice. It was the best thing to get my vocal cords warmed up. It was the best thing that I just could feel doing a work in my body, a positive work in my body. And I'm going to start drinking warm lemon water every morning. I don't know if it's a carnival thing. I'm pretty sure it's not. But that is what I'm going to be doing. And so that's why this is called Carnivore Plus, because I do not have to just do whatever is the strictest thing. That's not what I'm about, because that's not sustainable for Victoria. But I understand that there's people that do that and they're happy there, and I support every one of you that choose to do that for yourself, because that is obviously your preference that makes you comfortable and happy. And I think being happy is what's going to keep that cortisol off your waistline. So if it makes you happy to be a strict carnivore, and that's the way you do it, then you know what, you're going to have those results, because your body, mind, and soul is in an agreement with that choice. But my body, mind, and soul is in agreement with a couple modifications. That's why this is Carnivore Plus, where I will start my morning with lemon water, where I will have a half cup serving of blackberries whenever I want to. Like today, I chose not to. Wasn't in the mood for blackberries. But, at the end of the day, um, it all changes, but there are boundaries that I will be continuously adhering to. One being no sugar, two being no bread. And when I say no sugar, no bread, I am wanting to emphasize that I'm referring also to processed foods. There is no reason for me to eat processed foods. And the only processed foods, I mean, there are certain things that are processed, like canned sardines. That is a process because it's not straight from the ocean, but I'm talking about processed carbohydrates, okay, and things of that nature. Even my cheese is processed because it's not straight from the cow, and I didn't make it and all that. So let me not get too technical and geeky here, but the point is, it's important, very, very important, to commit long term. And so when I say 90 days, 90 days is, I don't want to say it's nothing, but I know what it means to commit to 90 days, and that's just simply not enough. So I am in a place in time where I realize I'm going to start making sure my viewers, fam bam, YouTube, is aware that this is not a 90-day situation. This is a 1 year journey of Carnivore Plus, so that I can see the results that are going to change my life forever in the best way possible. And I'm excited to go ahead and, just shut it down like that. And I can't wait to bring my fitness journey to the table, to the world, so y'all can see that I love to do what I do. And I feel like I do a good job when I finally start working out. I be in the zone. I've had people come up to me when I work out over the years, and they'll give me compliments, or they'll say, "Oh, like, oh, I want to work out with you." And I know they're being nice because I'm overweight and they're being supportive, but you're not gonna say that to someone that's moping around. So I still have to take my flowers. And I like working out hard. I like pursuing the goal. I'm not really competitive. If anything, I compete with self. I've accomplished a lot. I've pushed myself a lot. I have been my biggest competition in my life, because nothing's easy for me. I just work hard at what I have to do so I can get it done. So it's never like it's just easy. So whatever someone else got going on, I say wonderful, and I'm really happy for them because I'm sure it wasn't easy for them. But I don't have the mindset of like, oh, I'm gonna be better than that person. If anything, I might say I like their figure. It's inspirational. Certain people inspire me. And I like to try to bring that positive energy to the atmosphere of whatever is going on, because there's no reason to walk in intimidation when you can walk in support and walk in inspiration and walk in love, and just like respecting that person's craft, their hard work, and just like being respectful towards that other person's efforts in their life. And so when I see people at the gym approaching me, giving me compliments, I take my flowers and I thank God for the encouragement, because it always feels good. I like to give flowers to other people too, because I know that is what we need in society to continue. It's like someone giving you like a, you know, I don't know, a coffee gift card or something. It's just nice. So I don't know, I'm rambling here, but I want my goal on this channel is to have a personable interaction with my audience, my y'all, my fam, YouTube people. I want to have a personable connection that you can say my personality, and that you guys either like it or it's not for you. But I do want you to get to know my personality type, and I would like for those who rock with me to know that this is who you got and this is who I am. And I definitely am about fulfilling my health goals, and I'm about positivity. I'm about supporting other people. I'm about giving other people their flowers. I believe that we should uplift one another and not put each other down. And I believe that, we all have had our rainy days, and we've all grown from certain experiences in life that we might not be proud of. As human beings, that's a part of our life experience. No one just gets on to the, earth and just walk in perfection. That would be a boring life. We have nuances and things we learn every single day. Space Seth Rec. Check my channel out tomorrow. Hey, Rebecca Hughes. How you doing? Space Seth Rec. How are you? You can check out my channel tomorrow if you want my camera on. It's not that time. It's just not. But tomorrow I will be on camera. It's a weigh-in day, and I will do a weigh-in video, and you will see my cheerful face tomorrow. But yeah, we have to support each other. It is an important thing. And so, you know, I just want to encourage you guys to stay positive. And for everybody that's tuning in right now, I have been making it known that my journey is 90 days, but this journey is not going to be 90 days. This journey is going to be 1 year, because 1 year is what it's going to take for me to put a chunk into success. I need to really get in this. This is not no 90 days is nothing. I've done it so many different times in my lifespan. I personally can't look at that as a huge thing. I need to do a year, and I need to stick to these choices for a year. And those my choices are, very sustainable. I want what I want, and it's gonna take commitment. So anyway, y'all, I'm over here rambling, ramble for a very long time. I really appreciate those thumbs ups in my video. Thank you so much. I am grateful and appreciative for that. And I'm also thankful for everyone tuning in tonight. I'm gonna zone on out, ease on out. At this point, I've said so many things, and I just want to make sure that you're having a good day, and that your weekend was fabulous. And I will be back tomorrow for my day 10, which is weigh-in day. My camera will be on tomorrow. You will see me, but if you want to see me, like for some reason, like this very second, go to my channel and you will see I have plenty of videos where I am there, okay, this week. So, yeah, besides all that, y'all, I want to thank you again for tuning in with Constant Motion with Tori, and I am Tori, that girl, your host. All right, you guys, and I am going to do my little intro again, which was so cool. Um, what did I say when I came in? I said, what's up? What's up? What's up? Casa Motion. Casa Motion. Casa Motion. Oh. Oh.